I exercise because when I was a baby, I had a rare blood disorder, and I suppose I need to feel like my body's in tip-top shape, so it doesn't destroy me, leaving me to die alone.
Great! You got yours, I got mine. I'm gonna go run till I puke. Let's go.
Happy Valentine's Day, Pawnee. For me, it is not happy. But don't let my sadness diminish your night. Anyway, life is fleeting. Because Dr. Richard Nygaard feels that I should face my fears instead of running from them. He's very wise. I see him 5 times a week. He holds my life in his hand like a fragile little bird. I'm going to die one day, probably, without ever having left my mark on this silly little planet. I'm going to die an anonymous, meaningless speck of dust.
Wow.
April! I just got Champion his dog food, cleaned your house, filed that paperwork. You are officially April Ludgate Dwyer, installed a smoke detector, and now I'm back. What's next?
Nothing, Chris. Just sit down somewhere and stop bothering me.
I can't. I've had a very tough year. I can't stop thinking about Anne and Millicent. And if I'm alone with my thoughts, I go to a dark place. Oh, hi, Ann Perkins.
Hi. How are you?
I'm dying.
What?
Tendinitis.
Oh.
Ann!
Hey. You right, man?
The toast that you gave to Ben and Leslie was so beautiful. And I'm feeling very raw from my therapy. I'm so happy. I'm so sad. It's like a perfect storm of emotions. And so I'm hiding out here so I don't ruin this party for my 2 amazing best friends who I love so much. Oh, there's no more tissue. Everything ends.
No. There's more tissue.
Everything goes away.
Chris, great idea.
Thank you, Andy. I agree. I love this idea, and I love me for thinking of it. My therapist said that I need to be more vocal about appreciating myself. Thank you, Chris. You're welcome, Chris. I sound insane. I'm gonna go talk to my therapist. I am 100% certain that I am 0% sure of what I'm going to do. Ann Perkins asked me if I would like to donate sperm so she can have a baby. It's a battle between my primal desire to bring a child into this world and my paralyzing fear of negatively affecting any living thing. My anxiety has kept me up for over 50 hours.
Hey, bud.
Hey.
How are you?
Great. I just finished making an entry in my dream journal. This time, the giant spider got caught in my web. Progress.
You have to try to eat something, okay?
Wow, that's amazing.
See? There you go.
This one's not as good. This is stressful. And stress leads to depression. And if I don't maintain an extremely high dosage of herbal remedies, I will get very depressed. Oh, God. It's happening right now.
We are here today to determine whether Leslie Knope...
This has been a difficult year for me romantically. Millicent Gergich, Ann Perkins, Andy's professor. Lots of disappointment. But if I keep my body moving and my mind occupied at all times, I will avoid falling into a bottomless pit of despair.
Hey, Chris, what do you think about changing the music?
Sure. I have tried to achieve external goals. Run a 4-minute mile, climb Mount Everest. But before I can do that, I need to climb the Mount Everest of my mind.
Not so fast. I regret to inform you that someone in this room has begun exhibiting symptoms. Christopher Traeger.
What?
A few months ago, the thought of an infectious disease, even hypothetical, would have sent me careening towards Bummerville. But now, I am infected with the killer virus, and I feel fine. Therapy! My body has no fat to protect itself from disease. Things happen very quickly. Listen to me. It's very important that you replenish my body with electrolytes after every involuntary loss of bodily fluids.
Oh, boy.
My body tends to lose a lot of fluids when it's sick. My brain is on fire. I'm dying.
Well, you definitely have the flu.
Oh, my God. The microchip has been compromised. I absolutely think that we should keep campaigning. The worst possible thing we could do would be to stop, because if the campaign stops, we all stop. And stopping is certain death. Who went to Panini? Anyone? Everyone? I'm gonna say everyone.
Well, good news is this is just tendonitis.
How's that good news?
The other option was shoulder cancer.
Really?
No. Look, you exercise a lot, you're in great shape. Little things like this happen with men of your age.
Men of my age? How old do you think I am?
42?
Huh. I am 44, and I plan to live to be 150.
Okay.
So, what's the cure?
Get a time machine, go back to being 20.
Dr. Harris, you are literally the meanest person I have ever met.
Hey, man. What did the doc say? Everything okay?
The tests and blood work came back, and the news is terrible. They found nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing. The silent killer.
Oh my God.
Chris, that means everything's okay.
You seem like you're in a good mood.
Actually, I am quite miserable. I admire and respect you, and dragging you through an ethics trial is filling me with sadness. I have never felt so low.
Hey, man, you okay? Still thinking about your ex?
Millicent Gergich has literally torn my heart from my body and replaced it with a thick slab of sadness. I may never smile again.
Cool. So I found a DJ for the dance, and his name is DJ Blunts.
Tom, this is a publicly funded couples dance. I don't think it's appropriate for people to be getting wet with sound.
Who's gonna do it then?
I will. I certainly have no other plans for Valentine's Day because I am completely alone.
All right. I'll see you later, Chris.
I feel like we haven't gotten a ton of time together since I got back from D.C.
Well, we both are in serious relationships. You have Leslie, and I have my therapist, Dr. Richard Nygaard, who I see 15 times a week. Parks Department! Chris Traeger, city manager, friend, aspiring life coach, and recipient of Dr. Richard Nygaard's award for most improved patient for my psychotherapy sessions.
Wow, that's great, Chris. Congrats.
Thanks, Jerry. It's just a piece of paper, and he only made it for me after I specifically asked for it while crying loudly, but it sure meant a lot to receive it. I vomited somewhere in this room. I don't remember where, though. Wait, you might want to check that drawer. Stop pooping.
You have to get up off the floor now.
As far as my friends.
Nothing like a complete physical breakdown to make a guy seem less intimidating. I love the flu.
Hey, Crisscross. Can we change up the music? It kind of sounds like the end of a movie about a monk who killed himself.
It is.
Listen, man, there's some attractive women here. Why don't you rebound?
Nobody here compares to Millicent, except maybe Jerry. Technically, they share 50% of the same DNA.
Stop staring at Jerry like that.
You have someone who wants to see you.
Champion! Come here! Oh, you are such a brave, good dog with so much spirit. You've overcome so much. You are the most wonderful dog in the whole world. And I am so happy for you.
Chris, I'm dying.
I was dying earlier today, and then I died. Now I'm dead. I had to cancel a date with Shauna Mulway to weep, and I really like her. Do you think she'll still like me now that I'm dead?
Andy, repeat after me.
Okay.
I run for April.
I run for April.
Run for your wife, son.
I run for love.
I run for love.
Plans at your marks.
What do you run for again, Chris?
Nobody. Nothing. Does it really even matter?
Get set. Get at me. Whoa!
Oh, hey, you okay?
No. There's something wrong with my body.
What?
My legs aren't working. I'm broken. I need to go to the hospital and see a doctor right away.
I'm afraid I have some very bad news. I, Chris Traeger, after several sustained hours of diarrhea, combined with violent coughing and a devastating fever, followed by even more diarrhea, have succumbed to the avian flu. I'm dead.